Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Donnelly. I'm an expert in distilled spirits with 9 years experience in the alcoholic beverage industry, and my goal is to educate consumers more about the alcoholic beverages they enjoy so they can make better shopping and drinking decisions. So what is the Mijenta brand? Well, the name Mijenta is a riff on mi gente, or my people in Spanish, la gente being the people. First of all, it's an additive-free tequila from the Los Altos region of Jalisco. And Los Altos is often translated or anglicized as the Highlands when talking about growing regions for agaves used for tequila. And second, it's the first tequila brand to receive a B Corp certification. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. And the goal of the brand is to bring people together. And I'm going to read their kind of mission statement. So Mijenta delivers a version of what tequila should be: complex, balanced, and gastronomic. Referencing some notes from the brand, I'm going to be reading a kind of long-form overview of the brand. Mijenta Tequila uses only the best ingredients, including 100% fully mature Blue Weber agave from the highlands of Jalisco, also known as Los Altos, and a very meticulous process to create an authentic, additive-free spirit that captures the unique terroir of the region. From the outset, we had a deep commitment to environmental sustainability and giving back to the local community. We're proud to be the first tequila producer to receive B Corp certification, which is a powerful validation of our desire to have a positive, lasting impact on the planet and our communities. We are also woman-led, from our co-founder and sustainability director, Alisa Som, to our maestra tequilera. Mijenta was awarded the 2023 prestigious Outstanding Spirits Producer and Agave Producer of the Year trophies by the International Wine and Spirits Competition. All right, there are 4 pillars that make up the Mijenta brand, and that's sustainable, community, artisanal, and authentic. And I'm going to talk through each of those individually. So, sustainable. Mijenta takes a holistic approach to sustainability, seeking a positive impact across the product's life cycle, including using eco-friendly packaging, supporting responsible agriculture, and working with like-minded partners. Mijenta is fully carbon neutral, including our products. Next is community. Mijenta works hand in hand with local businesses and partners with like-minded organizations to provide support to communities. Next is artisanal. Using only the best ingredients in a meticulous process, Mijenta is crafted with passion and precision while remaining rooted in traditional techniques. And lastly, authentic, a very dangerous world, especially within the agave category. Using fully mature Blue Weber agave, slowly cooked for many hours and fermented using special yeast, Mijenta is carefully distilled to preserve all of its rich flavors. All right, the first product is their silver. And this product actually comes in a beautiful cardboard shipping box, but for the sake of this tasting, I took all the bottles out of their shipping boxes. So here is what this label looks like. Beautiful packaging. All right, looking at the bottle I have, this product is NOM 1499, and it is prepared by Casa Tequilero de Arandas in Arandos, Jalisco. All right, let's taste it. I have a brand new bottle here. And these, let's see if this will show up on camera, have, in order to have the fully eco packaging, these are glass stoppers that are really cool. So you just press here on the side and it pops right off. God, you can already smell this, and I haven't even poured it. All right, I'm going to be reading the official tasting notes from the brand. Gosh, that nose is so powerful, just right out of the glass, right out of the bottle. Okay, on the eye, the brand describes the appearance as bright and transparent with a powerful body. Well, I don't know if I can tell if that's a powerful body, but it's certainly bright and transparent. All right, on the nose, intense aromas of cooked agave, vanilla, and caramel enhanced by the slow cooking process and floral and fruity notes, and an impossibly generous and round finish. All right, let's see how it smells. Oh, yeah. I should be no surprise that this has a big nose. As soon as I opened up the stopper, as soon as I poured the first glass, I could already start smelling it. Oh, that is a really nice nose. So I would definitely say it's got an intense nose of cooked agave. There's vanilla on there, but it's not, this is an additive-free tequila. So that vanilla is going to come just from the roasting of that agave. I don't know if I'm getting quite caramel. To my knowledge, this product doesn't receive any barrel aging like Herradura. It's just a silver unaged tequila. But there's definitely a lot going on in the nose. There's a powerful roasted agave scent, but there's some other things like that peach, that kind of white fruit. I could definitely see that on there. This is a pretty complex nose, and there's a lot going on. All right, the palate is described as rich flavors of cooked agave, vanilla, fresh fruit, and spices such as cinnamon. Let's give it our first sip. So this is my first sip of alcohol today, so I'm definitely going to let my mouth acclimate to the alcohol. I'll acclimate to the flavors. Right off the bat, not too boozy. There's good flavors of cooked agave. I'm still getting some of that vanilla, fresh fruit and spices. There's a little that fresh fruit and spice I definitely think is there. And I can definitely tell on that first sip that my palate is not quite capturing all the different flavors. That should be no surprise. This is my first sip of alcohol, and I definitely am going to need to acclimate my palate to both the alcohol and the flavors of tequila. So let's revisit it a second time. Now on second sip, I took a much larger sip so I could really let it coat my full palate. This has a very clean taste. Good flavors of cooked agave, but there's a certain finesse to them. It's not, there's some boldness to the flavor, but the roasted agave flavors is not, it doesn't punch you right in the face. And I really think that the kind of layering of roasted agave, some kind of fresh fruit and spices, like each of these kind of come in waves and they stack up on each other. I would say the finish is a little short. We'll talk about pricing at the end, but for tequila, this price point, it's kind of a short finish, but I almost feel like there's, again, like there is richness of flavor, but it's done in a kind of more subtle way. And I think I probably should have saved myself a third sip, but I got a lot of tequila to taste here on camera. So, but I feel like this is a product that maybe you want to revisit a couple times, and each different taste, you're going to, the flavor profile is going to give a little more. But I would say that's enjoyable. I'm a little disappointed by the finish, but I would say that the flavors on the palate definitely match the palate description from the brand. Rich flavors of cooked agave, vanilla, fresh fruit, and spices such as cinnamon. That vanilla, it's not like oak. There's no oak on this product to my knowledge. And so that vanilla might come, a lot of people are going to say vanilla flavors, come from additives. This is an additive-free tequila. So those flavors have to come from the agave, the sourcing of the agave, the cooking of the agave, the fermenting of the agave. And I would say that the descriptions of the palate definitely resonate true from what I'm experiencing. There's some finesse to this product. There's a cleanness, like it's got a very clean finish. It doesn't kind of hang. It's not heavy. And it's enjoyable enough, and it's got a pretty short finish. The Mijenta Blanco is going to retail in my home market of Oklahoma between $41 and $45. So do I think this product is worth $41 to $45? I would probably say no, and that's where I would recommend buying Lalo. But if you're a customer that has already been drinking Lalo and you want something new and you don't mind a different style of flavor profile and you like everything the brand represents, then I think this product could be worth the money and you would not be disappointed. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe even learned something. Please give this video a like and consider subscribing. If you'd like to be notified whenever I have new content on my website or this YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to my email newsletter. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you would like to support this channel further, please consider becoming a Patreon member or gift me a cocktail to the link below in the description. Thank you so much again for your support. If you don't care about the video component of these brand education and product tasting reviews, then please consider subscribing to my podcast. You can find it on Spotify, you can find it on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you consume your podcasts. Thank you so much for your support. Finally, if you have some feedback for the channel or some recommendations of content that you would like to see, please leave me a comment or shoot me an email. I read every single email personally, and I try my best to respond to all of them. So if you would like to have a more in-depth conversation, shoot me an email. If you have some recommendations for future videos or improvements to this channel, please leave me a comment below. Thank you so much again for watching, and as always, please drink responsibly.